Hello strangers on the internet. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. Today is the exciting day when my friend is supposed to arrive. And I do not believe she's left her place yet. So we have a couple hours. I have already had lunch. I started laundry. Um, I have started cleaning up my room and started putting together a TBR. I figured, okay, so I use Notion to track like all the things. Um, Please ignore all the like 12 bajillion tabs that I have open. But let me close that window. But this is like loosely what my Notion TBR looks like. This touchscreen. So these are all like the books that I've already read for the challenge or like have currently reading. Or I guess on want to read as well. Anything that's attached to one of the prompts, which are here. And so then I have them done by done, currently reading, to do. And then you can open them up on the side. So it turns out, okay, I think I said yesterday that the characters in Killers of a Certain Age are like in their 80s. They're like 60. One of them is actively going through menopause, and like there's a little plot point in the book where, okay, so the basic plot of this book is that it's four assassins, and they were recruited when they were like 20. 40 years later, and they are going on this like all expense paid cruise put on as like their retirement party, and their company that they call the museum is trying to kill them, and they're trying to figure out why. But basically, as like part of it, they like all as like a way of communicating with each other, because they can't like directly call or text because it could be traced. They they have to use this app called Menopause, or I think that's what it's called. It's like a cat-based menopause app, and I just think that is the funniest thing. And so I'm like, okay, this 100% counts for that prompt. So I still have that prompt left, and that's the one I'm currently reading. I have 11 other prompts that I have not read yet. So yeah, I also figured I don't want to like figure out every single book that I'm going to read right this second. That feels very overwhelming. Like picking all 11 books right this second, I don't think I can do mentally. Like normally I can. Like normally I set a TBR for the month. It's usually only like 5 books though. But that's a lot to do 11. So I've picked out 4 books that I'm going to read over the next couple days. And then we'll pick out new books after that. So I'm going to read Killers of a Certain Age for a book that features a character going through menopause. And I'll put the covers next to my face. I'm going to read Lady Eve's Last Con for a book about space tourism. I'm going to read Graceling for a AI generated book based on my favorite book, and the book that was based off of is Legend by Marie Lu. And then the 4th one I have picked out is Icebreaker by A.L. Let me just click on the thing because I already have it attached to the prompt. Icebreaker by A.L. Oh, not even going to attempt to pronounce that. It looks Italian. But I read Icebreaker by Hannah Grace earlier this year, so that is the second book that for 2 books that have the same title. I've already read one, and this will be the second. So I haven't picked the rest of them. Oh, actually I have. I've picked one more that I'm for sure going to read, and it's Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. That's for a book with a nonverbal character. So I guess I've picked 5 books that I'm going to try and read. So wish me luck. I've never not completed this challenge. Last year I completed it on like technically January 1st or 2nd because I left the prompt, the longest book on your TBR, for the very end, because the longest book I had on my TBR was the 4th Avatar book, which is like 800, 900 pages, and I was very intimidated by it. Also, it's Nesta's book, and I'm a Nesta hater, so I was also hesitant to read it for that reason. Anyway, I did end up finishing it, but how many, let's see, like 2 and change weeks left, so that's like less than a book a day. And oh, let me think. So okay, I just had a thought. So me and my friend are planning to read The 100-Year-Old Man Who Walked Out the Window and Ran Away. What's the actual name of that? But basically in high school, we attempted to like listen to this via audiobook because it's like I'm a audiobook lover. She is if the narrator is good, audiobook lover. I can deal with worse narrators than she can. But she loves the narrator for the 100-year-old man. Let's see. The 100-year-old man who climbed out the window and disappeared. So we listened to like maybe like half of the book via audio, maybe like a third. And then like we went off to different colleges, whatever. We just never ended up finishing this book. So we're like, okay, on our road trip, on this trip that we're going to take together, let's listen to this book and finally finish it. So let me see if I can fit it to a prompt off the top of my head. The problem with having too many windows open. Is this a book about a run club? Does this count as a run club? Because he like picks up people as he goes. I assume it has more than a 3-star rating. It's not about soccer. It's not about a food truck. By the oldest author on my TBR. See, I'm not sure how to interpret that prompt. Because I don't have like every single author. And if I do, I'm going to end up reading like classic. And I have to be in a very specific mood to read classics. Let's see. This guy is not that old. He's 64. Oh my gosh, his birthday is near mine. Let's see. I mean, the author may not be old, but the guy is 100 years old in the story. So maybe I'll count that as my oldest author. As my... like, it's not even close to what the prompt is supposed to be. But I don't want to read an old author. I don't like old authors. I don't like classics. Let me see. But that's probably the only one that I could... I don't know. I could find the ebook and read the last sentence, and if the last sentence is intriguing... Because I basically haven't done that prompt because I haven't read last sentences of books. But maybe I'll like find the ebook. Let's see if we can find that now. Is this an easily findable thing? Da da da. Oh, it is, and it's available. Let's read the last sentence of this book together. Open, please. Ah, it's open. Okay. Let's go. Scroll to the end. Okay. Where's like the actual end of the book, not the like... Do I read the end of the epilogue? No, let's read the end of like the last chapter. Okay. It was only the birthday boy himself who didn't intend to turn up. I like that. That's funny. Especially since the beginning of the book is literally him not turning up to his own birthday party. So I guess it goes full circle. So, all right. We'll put it for that prompt because I can. It's my challenge. I can do what I want. Anyway. So I guess I've now picked 6 books. Mostly because I already know I was going to be reading this one. Do I have it in my Notion? Nope. I'll add it later. All right. That's my update right now. What am I going to do right now? I think I need to finish like picking up my room. I need to go get my laundry from the dryer. That's what I'm going to get to. I'm going to go get my laundry from the dryer, finish picking up my room, and like actually pull my yarn out from under the bed and figure out what I'm taking home with me. All right. Bye-bye. Hello again. Welcome to my car. So I was out running errands and I was putting on the map to like go back home, and it was like I saw like on the map that there was a Where You Been store nearby, which like it's like one of those like Amazon return places where they just like have these like large open bins of like things people have returned. And I was like, I love to go to them. I think they're so fun. And so I went in. I saw a lot of really interesting things. A lot of K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, a lot of Halloween stuff, a lot of like personalized things with like people's faces on them, which I saw a couple that were like, I love you, and then it was like the picture of the face, and I'm like, don't want to know that story. I say I do, I'm nosy. Anyway, I was wandering around and I did purchase 2 things. It was $5 day, so like not the best day to go, but I was like, I'm nearby anyway. I looked around, I didn't see any other skazoos, but I found a hankwaka and a lino or a libit. I saw libit first and I like just about screamed. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a libit. And these are like the like ones with the sticky things on them. Which are the Amazon ones. And the shirts are a little bit wonky, but like I just think it's so funny that I like found them in there. There was a couple other things. There was this like sparkly shirt, like sequin tassel shirt. And then there was this like almost Renaissance style dress that had the potential to fit, but I'm like between sizes and it was like the smaller of the sizes that I was between, and I was like, not really worth it. So I only walked away with my 2 skazoos, but I'm now the proud owner of Where You Been Skazoos. They can join my bulkity. I don't know if y'all have seen bulkity before. I've crocheted probably about this size. Bulkity, who is so okay, rundown. Stray Kids, the band. They each have an animal member. Felix is Bulkity, who's a chick. Lino is Libit, and then Han is Hankwaka. So yes, that's the rundown. I'm just so excited. Like this was unexpected and like made me so happy. All right, back to my room to actually fold my laundry. I took it out of the dryer and then I was like, I'm gonna go run errands instead. But yeah. All right, so I am finally actually going to pick which things I'm taking back with me. So I have my bucket right here and I have like the things surrounding me. So let's just dive right into this bucket. So this is all of the yarn for Twinkly, for my Theater Kid sweater. So this is gonna go with me back home. Let me put them in a pile there. Okay, this is a blanket, goes this way. A mosaic crochet blanket that I started over winter break or over fall break. This is gonna go home with me because I do not expect to work on it at all next semester. And it can just live at home with my other yarn. So this is going home, but not with the intention to work on it. This is a completed knit hat. I have quite a few of these that I have knit using like scrap yarn and stuff like that, with the intention to donate them, and I just haven't done that yet. So I guess I'll take these home as well with the intention to find somewhere to donate them over winter break. Okay, this is a work in progress. This is a test knit that I did that I never finished, although I did send in feedback. It's a like tank top and it's supposed to have like flowers on the bottom. And I think I just never made the flowers. So, but it looks like I just need to like weave an ends on this. So maybe it'll just be a mesh tank top. But yeah, this can go back home. This is a Karen 1 pound. It can go back home with my other yarn that I don't have intention of using. I think I just brought up like a bunch of random scrap yarn bits thinking I would make something with them, and I don't know why I did that. Here's a big twist value. I'll take that back home. This, what's in this bag? It used to be like knitting needle cords. Now it's just scissors and measuring tapes. This one can stay here. Oh, so these, I have 2 little cakes of each of these colors. These are actually going to stay here, mostly because I think I will do something with them in the springtime because these are springtime colors to me, but I haven't done anything with them yet. I picked them up at a yarn swap earlier this semester, so these ones will stay here. You can see I started to do something and then just wrap this back up. Cool. Okay, so I have a bunch of these that are loose. This is the Lana Grossa Avento. I picked these up from the same lady that I picked up my Knit Picks Capretta. because she found out she was allergic to animal fibers. So I have a bunch of these. I started to make a top with them and then just like wasn't interested in continuing it. So I think I want to knit something with this though. So I'm gonna leave this here and maybe I'll pick it back up in the spring. Okay, this is a Big Twist Twinkle in the color teal. I use this for my derpy hood. This is leftover, so I will take this back home. All right, here is a bunch of 24/7 cotton. I guess I'll leave this here. I don't know why it was here to begin with. Well, this one, I like the black I used for my Silent Sky top. So I guess like had a lot of it randomly. This is all black. So I guess maybe I'll leave the black here and attempt to make something with it. And then maybe I'll take the random one gray and one teal that I have. I'll take those back home. Here is, so because that blanket that I showed you earlier is mosaic crochet, you just end up with the balls on their own. So I will roll these back up and then I will take these home with that blanket. I also have leftover cake from that top I just showed you. So I guess I'll take that home as well. Oh, I guess I started some of the flowers. These are the flowers that are supposed to go on the bottom of that top. So if I find many of them, I'll take them back home. Any of these I find, I'll take back. It looks like I did some black with white petals and some white with black petals, and then obviously did not finish the white with black petals. This is for safety eyes. I'm gonna leave those here. Okay, this is the skull granny squares for my skull overalls. I want to finish this winter break. I started this a year and a half ago at this point, summer 2024. I will be finishing this winter break, so this is definitely going back with me. So this is a sock that I crocheted. Hello, you go away. This is a sock I crocheted. It's too big, and then I attempted to knit another sock, and that one was too small. So I'm going to attempt again, and hopefully it'll be just right. But I haven't frogged this one yet. I did frog the one that was too small and caked it. So this is yarn that I bought in Taiwan, and it's such a pretty fuchsia color. So this I'm going to take back home with me. If I do not touch it over winter break, I will not be bringing it back with me in the spring. If I attempt to start it over winter break, it may come back with me in the spring. But it is definitely going home. This is just a random white yarn. I don't know what it's from, but I'll leave it here with these ones so it can stay. Here is the Karen Simply Soft that I used to make these flowers and that I also use for my skull overalls. So this will be coming home with me to work on the skull overalls. The black one is around here somewhere. I think it's up here. No. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it and make sure it comes back home with me. Because I used it for my omelette tapestry. But yeah. And then the only other thing I have in here is this Big Twist Value Plus in the color black. I know I used it for my Wolfchan tapestry cardigan, but I'm not sure why I brought the whole thing because there's not that much black on it. It's just like the eyes and mouth. I guess this one can stay. All right, let me put the things that are staying back in this bucket. I'm going to attempt anything that doesn't fit in my suitcase will be staying here. That's the rule I've made for myself. Okay. The only other, I found it. Here's my Karen Simply Soft in color black. The only other thing that I know I'm going to take with me is this project right here. And of course the yarn is tangled around my charging cable. So I will untangle that later. But this is a lightly toasted cardigan in the Big Twist Value Plus in the color Varsity Red. And this is like the entire body. I have the entire body finished. And I have 2 1/2 sleeves. So here is, I guess this is not even a half of a sleeve. Basically, to make the sleeves, you do like, this is like the swirl pattern. So you do like 1 swirl pattern, and then if you want the bell sleeve, you do like bell sleeve portion 1, swirl pattern, bell sleeve portion 2. I want to do this one without the bell sleeve, so it's just like half double crochet, swirl, half double crochet. Is this on? Oh, this is still live. So I want to finish this. This is like my other like big one to finish, and then I have another half sleeve somewhere in here. Here it is. So you can see this one has the swirl and some of the half double crochet, but I will be bringing this yarn with me. This is my second of this Big Twist Varsity, Varsity Red, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it when I'm done with this project, because this is too much for the sleeves, and I'm not sure what else I want to make with it. So if you have any recommendations for something in the color red, like bright red, let me know. Yeah, that is the yarn. I have like a couple like random things, like all the scraps from my Omelette project I'm gonna take back home with me. My Blossom yarn I'm gonna try and take back home with me. Well, I am going to take back home with me. And then my white Big Twist Value that I used on my Wolfchain cardigan, I'm gonna take back home with me to attempt to finish the sleeves on the Wolfchain cardigan. But yeah, that is the yarn I'm gonna be taking back with me. Thanks for joining me for this segment of the day. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, my friend should be here soon. I'm really excited to see her. Okay, now bye. My friend came. Here she is. I didn't make any more progress. My room was a mess.
We cleaned it. It's clean.
We cleaned it. It's clean now. We watched one episode of,
I don't know, something to do with punching people.
Something to do with punching people. And I didn't finish Killers of a Certain Age. The end for the day. Bye-bye.
Bye.